Alrighty, what is going on? Today, we are explaining limits, but not any type of limits. Limits by plugging in. Well, what does that even mean? Well, whenever you encounter a limit problem, the very first thing that you should always try to do is to plug in the value. Well, what does that even mean? Well, that means that you should plug in for x everywhere x appears. Repeat after me, please. Plug in for x everywhere x appears and see if you get a value for the limit. All right, I'm having too much fun with this. Okay, so here we got the limit as x approaches to 4. Simply, we're just gonna plug in 4 for everywhere x appears. All right, so we got 4 squared minus 2 times 4 minus 3. We got 4 squared minus 9. Well, that equals 4 squared is 16 minus 2 times 4 is 8 minus 3. 16 minus 9, that equals 16 minus 8 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. Then we got 16 minus 9, and that is 7. And that is it. You got 5/7. 5/7 is a natural number. 5/7 is a finite value. That is the limit. The limit is equal to 5/7. So here we got some other common types of limit that you can find just by plugging in. Firstly, we got polynomials. You can just plug it in. Plug in 4 times 2. That equals 8. Yeah. All right. Limit as x approaches to 1. Plug in 1. 1 squared plus 4 times 1 plus 5. Well, 1 squared is 1. 1 plus 4 times 1, which is 4. That equals 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. Yay. Another type of way, or another common type that you might see is a positive square root. So let's try this one. This one looks hard. Minus 0 means the square root of 36, which equals to 6. Not plus or minus 6, just 6. Please don't make that mistake, please. So this is basically square root of something that ends up being a positive number. Another common type of limit by plugging in. Another limit as x approaches to, this is something to a power. This is something to a power, right? Which is basically, if you expand it, a polynomial. So you're going to plug in real quick, which equals to 1 to the 100, which equals to 1. Okay, and the last type is limit of a constant. Basically, a limit of a constant, a number, it's just that number, that constant. Yeah, so limit of 5 is, as x approaches to 5, is basically 10, is that number. So yeah, yay, yay, yay. Pretty easy, but those are all great, but usually finding the limit is not this simple. You might see this once out of 20 times. So usually you have to use another way. And the other ways include, the guys are, I'm pretty sure they'll do a good job with covering the other ways. We got graphing, we got by expanding and simplifying, we got by plugging in undeterminate forms, we got fractions, conjugates, multiplying by the conjugate. Plug in, that's what I'm doing. Schedule, what does that mean? I think that means, so schedule means, that means table. I think that's what the guys meant here, which means table means plugging in values that are close to the x value. And then we got seal, got factor and simplify. So those are the other ways that you should try to do if you get 0 for 0, and I'm sure the guys will explain it. So that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to give me a like, a subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah.